I think it's interesting around the point you made around the U.S. lowering emissions. We've done a great job via the switch from coal to natural gas. And I know coal workers are still important. We have a great resource here, there as well. But we have done a lot in, extracting other resources here in the U.S. And I think this recently China effectively, and they've been messaging it for a long time, and essentially completely pulling out of the Paris Accord and saying that they're no longer going to follow the Western world. I mean, this is kind of like a death blow in a lot of ways to the efforts globally to go green. I mean, it's like they're not going to participate. Yet at the same time, they're going to sell everybody all the stuff to let them do
Yeah.
it. I mean,
Yeah.
this just seems kind of like a masterclass in like playing the other countries.
It is, and that's where sometimes I wish you could sit down and have rational, honest conversations. And this is why I love podcasts like yours, because you can have long form conversations and not little tiny sound bites, right? With the GOP debate is coming up, the presidential debate, and they want sound bites, right? They want 15 seconds, bumper stickers. We need long form conversation. If I had the chance to have a long form conversation with our elected leaders, with our policymakers, these are the things I would definitely like to ask them. If China produces twice the emissions of the European Union and the United States combined, and that's a fact, right? Twice the emissions of us and the EU combined. And if China's like, we're not paying attention to your Paris Climate Accord, then why do the rest of us have to? If 90% of the ocean plastic comes from China, also a fact, why are we banning plastic straws? Right. And that's kind of like in the simplest version. That's what it is. We dedicate tax dollars. We have cleanup crews. But if you walk around American beaches, they're not littered with plastic. We don't dump in our oceans. We don't pollute. It's all coming from China and coming across the ocean. And yet our response is, woof, Max, we're going to charge you 5 cents on that grocery bag now, because how we constantly punish ourselves for the environmental sins, and they are environmental sins, right? Like you said, I'm podcasting with you from my farm in Appalachia, Shenandoah, Virginia. You probably heard my idiot dogs in the background because a fox ran by. I like clean air and clean water. I actually own land and water, and I drink from my well. I don't need to be told that I have to protect these things, but why do we have to punish ourselves for the environmental sins of a country like China? And we do. We constantly punish ourselves for what other nations are doing.